Okay guys, let's get right to it. First thing you need to know is that Texas law allows lenders to foreclose rather quickly since the non-judicial method is used. This is when the lender sends a notice of default 20 days after the payment is past due and soon after sends a notice of sale. While the federal government has asked many lenders to prolong the foreclosure process, in Texas, a homeowner can still lose their home to foreclosure in as little as 60 days. Now the good news, in this market the very last thing the lender wants to do is foreclose on your home and be forced to add it to a growing inventory of hard to sell houses. While lenders may not want to foreclose, they will not hesitate to file a notice of default to protect their interest. If this has happened or is about to happen to you, do not ignore the situation and hope it goes away. The problem will only get worse, not better. Depending on your particular personal and financial situation, here are some options you can pursue. Option 1, pay the money owed. This would require you to bring your mortgage payments up to date, including all interest and late fees. I think it's safe to assume that if you had the money to pay, you probably wouldn't be facing a foreclosure in the first place. While this is the least plausible scenario, it is the only guaranteed way to stop the foreclosure. Option 2 is to create a forbearance agreement. A forbearance agreement is when the lender agrees to work out a payment plan to get your mortgage current. And in some cases, a lender may even agree to lower the interest rate during the forbearance period. Typically, a lender will only consider a forbearance when the past due payments are due to a temporary financial problem like an illness or temporary loss of a job. So if you haven't done so already, the very first thing you should do is call the lender to see if you can work out a payment plan. Option 3, talk with a HUD representative. An advisor from HUD will discuss your situation and help you develop a payment plan to coordinate with your lender. Sometimes the HUD advisor will contact the lender for you if you have a difficult time working out a payment plan on your own. Option 4 is refinance your mortgage. First, speak with your current mortgage lender. If your debt-to-income ratio isn't too high, your current lender is your fastest and cheapest refinancing solution. Plus, they may overlook some of the bad credit created by the late mortgage payments to get you refinanced. Option 5, sell your house. For owners who can no longer afford to keep mortgage payments current, there are alternatives to bankruptcy or foreclosure proceedings. Obviously, if you have equity in your home, then selling it may be the easiest method to get out of foreclosure. If your house is worth less than the amount you owe, you might be a candidate for a short sale. A short is when the lender agrees to accept less than the total amount due on the loan. For example, if your house's appraised value is $100,000 and your loan payoff, the amount you owe is $110,000, the lender may agree to short the note, meaning the lender may take a lesser payoff. Let's say for this example $90,000. So the lender is going to discount the loan from $110,000 to $90,000. This now allows you to sell the house for $90,000. So you may ask yourself, if the house's appraised value is $100,000, why would the lender discount the loan to $90,000? The answer is that lenders know in today's marketplace, in order to sell the property quickly, the lender will need to discount the house 10 to 30% of fair market value. Keep in mind, not all lenders will accept short sales or discounted payoffs, especially if it would make more financial sense to foreclose. Sounds pretty good so far, right? Well, now let me tell you a little story. Once a seller demanded that we slip them $1,000 to be given the right to purchase their property. We said no, this is fraud. Later, the lender legally pursued that seller. That's right, you as a seller receive no money from a short sale. Otherwise, it's fraud. So many people ask us the WIFM question, that's what's in it for me. The answer is simple. Selling your house on a short sale will allow you to retain some dignity in knowing that you sold your home. You won't suffer the social stigma of the F word, foreclosure. No mortgage payments to make unless you choose to make them. You will be eligible under current Fannie Mae guidelines to buy another home in 2 years, instead of the 7 years if your house is foreclosed on. Here are some drawbacks to a short sale. First, waiting for the bank to respond to an offer is often very frustrating. Also, the bank will want to examine personal records such as tax returns, bank statements, assets and liabilities, in addition to asking for a hardship letter from you. Next, accommodating potential buyers will mean keeping your home in spotless condition for weeks or months until an offer is received, and you'll have to put up with the traffic through your home. Last but not least, there is no assurance the bank will even accept a short sale offer. For many sellers, though, the chance to buy another home in 2 years is the real motivation to do a short sale. Good credit behavior can supplant bad credit after 2 years, even though the derogatory will remain. In closing, we hope that we have turned on a light so that you can now see a solution to stop foreclosure. If you're left with selling your home as your only option, just know Cash It In is a short sale transaction leader in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. On your behalf, our experienced team of short sale professionals will communicate and negotiate directly with your lender to find out if they'll cooperate in a short sale. Be aware, cooperation varies greatly from lender to lender, and not all sellers nor all properties qualify for a short sale. If you're interested to find out if you and your property qualify for a short sale, simply fill out our online form to begin the process. We hope to hear from you soon so we could help save another home from foreclosure.